Hey kittens, and welcome back to my channel, and I hope you guys are having a happy holiday thus far. What I want to jump into with you guys today are those 3 Profusion kits, and this is the first one that I spoke to you about in my Black Friday haul video. And if you want to hear a silly story about these kits, I'll add the card to that video at the end of this one. So we're going to take a look at each of these palettes. I'm going to tell you what I think about them. We'll swatch some stuff from each of them and talk through it. Now, let's go ahead, kittens, and jump into the first one. And the first one we're going to look at is the Pro Starter Kit. Now, this kit contains, I want to say, for a beauty starter, almost everything that you would need to get a full face. So let's go ahead and open it up. And the first thing you see is that there is a mirror, nice small mirror right at the top here. But not to blind you guys, I'm going to put that down. Our next level is a level of 12 bigger pan eyeshadows. Now, once we slide this over, and it slides over, we have your bronzer, your contour, and a nice blush at the top. Now, this one slides over one more, and you have 2 beautiful highlighters there. Now, I'm going to turn this away from you a second. We can pull the top down from the mirror, and you have more eyeshadows at the top there. And last but not least, if we slide the bottom panel out, right there, we have our lip products. Now, let's go ahead and grab some swatches. I'm going to swatch some stuff from each one of the sections. So I'm going to put this down for a second. Let's go ahead and swatch 2 of the eyeshadows from... grabbing it from the top pan, and that's what that looks like. And let's swatch that right here. Okay, and that's what those look like. Now let me go ahead and grab a beauty wipe, because you know we have to do a wipe off at the end, but to clean off my fingers here. And let's go ahead next and swatch. How about we grab 2 of the eyeshadows from here? Let's grab this pink, and then let's grab one of the lighter. This feels like a matte, and that's what that looks like. Let's go ahead and swatch those 2 right here. And that's what that looks like. You can see the matte right here is a bit patchy in the middle. Let's jump in next to, let's grab the blush, which is a nice light pink, and let me grab one of the contours so you guys can see that. And that is what that looks like. So let's go ahead and swatch those right here. The contour you can't really see on me, so let's do this. There's also a darker contour in there. Let's grab some of that. See if that makes it any better. Well, that one you can see a little darker. All right. Let's jump in next to the highlighters. And I will tell you guys, this was my favorite part of this kit. I'm even wearing some of the highlighter on my cheekbones today, and look at that. That's just a lot of bling, a lot of bling. Let's swatch those on the side here. Look at that. Look at that in the light. I mean, boom and bam. Really nice. Now, the last thing in this palette, and then I will tell you guys what I think about the palette on a whole, is the lip products. So let's slide these back, and let's take a look. So let's grab one of the reds and one of the nude colors. And that's what you have there. And let's go ahead and swatch those right here. And there you have it. All right, so let's see how these clean up. So we got our arm and cleaning off nicely. Okay, so my opinion, kittens, on this very first palette. Let's open that back up so you guys can see the entire thing. Okay, so my opinion on this first kit. The lip colors are really nice and smooth. They are not long lasting. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not a long lasting product on the lips. Like I mentioned, the highlighters were my favorite thing in this palette. They're very pigmented and you don't need a lot of it. The contour, for me, there was not much color payoff in it. Neither was the blush or this bronzer. The bronzer for me was a little too shimmery. I mean, yes, I want to bronze my face, but I don't want it to look like I took highlighter and went all over my face with it. The eyeshadows were pigmented. I used these two colors in my look today from this palette, and I did use this highlighter down here. And the two colors that I used are called Fortune and Dusk. This one is Fortune, this one is Dusk. And the highlighter that I used is called Cherish. Now, what I did find also with these shadows is there is a lot of dust, a lot of fallout, but not on your face. The fallout is in the pan. So when you dip your brush into there, you need to make sure and tap that off really well before you go ham over your eyes, because there will be fallout on your face if you don't tap them out because of the amount of fallout that was in the pan. Okay, moving on to the next kit, and this one is called Best of Beauty. Let's go ahead and open it up, and as you can see, there is a nice huge mirror blinding you guys, so let's put that down. And then this one did come with eyeshadow primer and a matte lip color, which I'm wearing today. Then once we flip it open, you have your cream contours on this side, your cream contours and concealers. On this side, you have a blush and you have highlighters. And then in the middle, you have your eyeshadows. Now let's go ahead. This one's a little clumsy for me to hold up for you guys because I don't want to blind you with the mirror. Let's go ahead and grab some swatches from in there. So I did use this one in my inner corner. It's called Atomic. And let's go ahead and grab one of the brighter colors too, so we can see the color payoff on that. And that's what that looks like. And you can see Atomic, I don't know if you can see, it has some fallout on the rim there. Let's go ahead and swatch that. And that's what that looks like. As you can see, very pigmented. I mean, look at that red color. That is very, very pigmented. Now let's go ahead and play with the bronzer and the blush. So this is the blush here. And let's grab this one here. I'm sorry guys, it's just such a clumsy palette to hold up. Let's go ahead and swatch those right there. I mean, look at that. The blush is a bit patchy. I did play with this one also, and I can tell you it is a bit patchy. You do have to, I'm not wearing it today, but you do have to, you know, take your time with it, build it up a little bit, not too much because of the rosy pink color, but it is a bit patchy. And lastly, in this palette, and I will mention this palette did also come with two brushes that when I washed them, they became a little bit stiff, but I did like them a little bit in using them. But let's go ahead and grab one of the cream concealers here, and let's grab this powder right here. And that's what that looks like. Again, and I'll show you guys. Patchy. A bit patchy. And what I want to show you, and I hope you guys can see it, is the fallout. Let's see. You can't really see it, but the fallout that occurs in the pan. See right around here? There's fallout. So again, with these, you have to be careful when you're using them and make sure and knock your brush out. So let's go ahead and clean that off. Okay. And the last but not least kit that I bought is called the Beauty Chest. And that's what that looks like. Let's go ahead and flip it open. And this one also comes with a mirror. And then this is what this chest looks like. And again, you can see it came with two brushes, an eyeshadow brush and a blush brush. Now, I did use some of the colors from this one in my look today, and let's go ahead and grab it. I used, this one is called Buttercup, and I used this one, which is called Ember. And that's what that looks like. And let's go ahead and swatch those two right there. Now I'm going to grab some from the bigger ones right here. Let's grab this one, and let's grab this one here. And that is what that looks like. And let's swatch those right here. And that is what that looks like. I also want to swatch for you guys the lip products that came in these palettes. Now, in this last palette I showed you, this Beauty Chest kit, you got a metallic gloss. And this is called Swirl. So let's go ahead. I don't know if you guys will see this because it's such a light color. Let's grab a little bit more. It's really neutral, a bit sticky, because I used it over my lip color today, and that's what that looks like. And then the matte color, what I will say with this matte color, it's a nudish brown. Swatch that. Is this sucker dries down matte. And that's what that looks like. So if you're looking for a matte color that I don't think is going to shift or transfer, this is really good. And this one, of course, does not have a name. It just says Profusion Matte Lip Cream. Okay, so my opinion on these palettes. As I mentioned, on these kits, I keep saying palettes, guys. I'm so sorry. On these kits, as I mentioned, there is fallout in the pan when you get your brush in there, especially for the matte colors. So you have to be careful. Make sure and tap your brush off on your hand or on the kit itself to get rid of that excess powder. It did take me a little bit to build up, especially the all over color. The color that's all over my lid, that Buttercup yellow goldy color, didn't take much at all to build up. It was very pigmented. The one thing I did notice in all of these palettes is there is no dark brown that you can use to, you know, kind of shade out your corners or even under your eye to build up that intensity in color. There was no deep brown for me, so I found myself reaching for like my Juvia palette or any of my BH Cosmetics or any of my other palettes that you can see behind me. I found myself reaching for those just to deepen up the corner, to give it some depth of feel. But other than that, I mean, I think they're worth the $15 from Target, the $14.99 that I paid. I love the fact that, you know, they're all a one-stop shop. You can take it with you. You have your bronzer, you have your shadows, you have your blush, you have your lip product in some of them. You know, you can just take this one palette with you on the go, and you'll get everything. It's not something that you can, of course, stick in your purse to carry around with you every day, because as you can see, some of them are on the wider side, and even the one that is on the smaller, more compact side, it is thick and it is a little bit heavy. But other than the fallout and The fact that there was no deep colors. There was a black, but that was patchy. So as I said, I found myself reaching for my other palettes. Other than that, I think this is a great gift to give somebody who loves to play with makeup, a beginner, even somebody who's more of a professional in terms of using makeup. It is a great buy, and I will be reaching for them again. So I do encourage you, kittens, if it is you're looking for a one-stop shop kit that you can just have to use or you can pass on as a gift, these are great buys. And again, I found them at Target for $14.99. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me today. I know this was on the longer side of a video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell to know when I'm coming at you. And again, kittens, thank you so much for stopping by today and being one of my subscribers. If you are, if you're not, you don't know what you're missing out on. So hit that subscribe button down below. Again, kittens, you guys have a happy holiday, and don't forget to live and play in all of that very beautiful color. Bye now.